Don't you see? I created people like you. I made it possible for you to happen. If fate had dealt me a different hand, then perhaps neither of us would be here. Isn't it obvious how fate is now conspiring to overtake us both, to grind us beneath her wheels? We must see this through, lest people like you continue to evolve and destabilize society.
People like me? You mean not like you? You changed the world when you invented this technology, but your creation is leaving you behind. And as long as it's allowed to continue, mankind will use it to evolve without you. Until the father of tomorrow is known as yesterday's man.
You think I am doing this for my ego? I never wanted this, any of it. But I had no choice. This conversation is a waste of time. You'll never see the big picture. You lack the intellect to understand what is at stake here. I will end this evolutionary horror in one stroke and return our species to a better state. An equal state, with only one human species to guide it.
Darrow, you created something incredible, but you couldn't let go. Is hatred really the only thing you have left? Look at what you've done out there. Open your eyes and look!
No, this isn't what I wanted. I saw the future, the danger to us all. Could my motives really be so tainted? I will give you what you want, Mr. Jensen. Codes to shut down Panchea's security system. But you'll still be in danger. Much of the system is self-determining and lethal. When you see it, maybe then you'll understand. The technology I created will not be the future any one of us desires. Please, help the world understand that.
Awesome. Where'd Darrow go? So does Darrow say pretty much the same things no matter what you say to him?
The codes should help you shut down the Hyron project, Panchea's security system.
No.
When you see it, you will understand. There is no room for this technology in the world.
That's a boss fight you can lose.
When you're talking
That's
to him?
That's a conversation you can... That's a conversation you can lose. He does not say the same things no matter what you say to him. Even if you say the same things to him a second time in a row, he might have different reactions.
That's weird. Okay, but what,
just slightly different. Like they have different.
What happens if you lose it? What do you mean by lose, basically?
I forget. If you lose, I forget what exactly the consequence was. You still get to... I'm just trying to think of what the difference was. I think maybe he gives you codes.
Okay, I should
to the last
save. Yeah, he gave me codes.
Right, I think... No. If you win, if you persuade him, you get the silver tongue bonus and he gives you codes. If you don't, he gives you nothing, and you get like 100 experience and a life lesson.
I'll find out. Okay, let's load my quick save.
But I think if you win, he gives you passwords to use on the final boss fight.
Okay, let me look around.
Not positive though.
Oh, it's already down here. Okay, so then I had to go up. There's nowhere else to go but meet him. Okay, I'll load from the save. Where's the turret?
I'm ending this. Now.
Okay, I'm gonna
You
be a dick
can't.
to him. I'll see the
The
difference.
signal is being generated from the broadcast center at the base of this facility. Panchea's security system has been programmed to protect it, and will kill you before you even get close.
You designed that system, Darrow. You can tell me how to shut it down.
But I won't. You think what I'm doing is extreme. You simply don't understand. For humanity to survive beyond this century, it must abandon ill-conceived notions about transcendence and embrace change. But for that to happen, the hard lesson must be learned. Blood must be shed.
Okay. So what if I just keep
My
going
God,
here?
Darrow,
Maybe he'll hit me for
please.
that.
Think of the individuals you're hurting. Innocent women.
You have to
some
do
of whom
different
had no choice but
conversation
to element it.
options.
Every second that signal
I
continues to
remember
broadcast,
I was not
more
able to
of them will
persuade him
die.
by doing the same thing all the way
Stop
through.
this.
Gotcha.
Please.
Well, I want to fail this time. I
You
succeeded
think to
before.
sway me by forcing me to consider the
Oh, well, yeah, then
individuals?
do the same thing all
I
the way
created
through.
something magnificent
Gotcha.
and watched it turn to ashes. And the lesson I learned from my suffering is exactly the lesson that's in play here. Think about it. You were an officer of the peace once. You know that force as a means of persuasion can be highly effective when the need is there. The need we are facing is extreme. You yourself experienced it. In Detroit. In Hengsha. My methods may be harsh, but trust me, they are the only way to save mankind.
You want us to see what you see. Fine. Our humanity is threatened because technology is messing with our minds. But how can we recognize this message when we're grieving over the people you forced us to leave behind? Friends and neighbors, people we care about. Is the image of their murders the vision you want us to have?
Perhaps I should have used a scalpel instead of a sledgehammer. But these are desperate times, Mr. Jensen. Surely you can understand that. Why did I expect this to turn out differently? People like you. People who willingly surrender their humanity a piece at a time. You'll never understand. And browbeating won't get me to change my mind. You can talk and talk and talk, but in the end you'll still fail to grasp the fundamental underlying truth.
People like me? I'm no different than you, Darrow. I'm still a human being, just like all the men and women you're driving insane out there. Step back for just one moment and see it through our eyes. You've convinced yourself you're saving the world, but you're just lashing out in spite.
No, I didn't mean to imply... Mr. Jensen, please. You and I, we're two sides of the same coin. I could have been you if it weren't for this damned blood in my veins. But I was cheated by my own DNA, cursed to become a cripple. And I am not the only one. As long as this technology exists, mankind will continue to divide. Help me make us all equal again.
Darrow, you created something incredible, but you couldn't let go. Is hatred really the only thing you have left? Look at what you've done out there. Open your eyes and look.
No, this isn't what I wanted. I saw the future, the danger to us all. Could my motives really be so tainted? I will give you
I
what
won
you want,
just
Mr.
by
Jensen.
going appeal all the
Codes to
time.
shut down Panchea's security
He gave me
system.
the codes.
But you'll still be in danger. Much of the system is self-determining.
Sorry, what did you say?
When you
I
see
chose
it,
the left
maybe
option,
then
the
you'll
appeal,
understand.
the entire time.
The
And
technology
he gave me
I
the
created will not be the future any one of us desires.
Maybe
Well,
there's some
clearly
randomness.
Help the world understand.
I didn't choose the left option the whole time. I know that you can make a mistake. I know you can make at least one mistake and fuck it up. I think it's the last dialogue option that most affects which way the dialogue goes.
The first time I was mostly using the bottom one, some of the right, but I ended it on the last one on appeal. And I think, yeah, you're right, that's key.
I'm ending this now.
I really
You
wish
can't.
I could skip through.
I know.
The signal is being
I
generated
know on my
from the
first
broadcast
attempt he
center
actually
at the
cut
base
the
of this
conversation short.
Panchea's
I got through
security
3
system has been
dialogue
programmed to
options
protect
instead
it.
of 4 or
It will
5
kill you
or whatever
before
it's
you
supposed to
even get
be.
close.
I think it's
Who
Yeah,
designed
he
this
just
system,
said,
Darrow?
he
You
just
can
said,
tell me how to shut it
we're
down.
done here, shut up. Get out of my sight.
But
Yeah,
I
I'm
won't.
gonna try picking all
You think what I'm
bottom,
doing
I
is
think.
extreme. You
See what
simply don't
happens.
understand.
Yeah, I think
For
that's what I
humanity to
did.
survive beyond this century, it
Because
must abandon
they
ill-conceived
seemed
notions
like
about
the best dialogue
Embrace
options at the
change.
time, but
But for that
he
to
got
happen,
pissed off.
the hard lesson must be learned. Blood must be shed.
Okay, let's just
What you're
constantly
doing is
critique him.
horrific. It has to stop. You can't force people to change. They have to do it on their own, or they'll end up resenting you for it. And doing it like this? My God, Darrow, it's insane.
It is not insane, Mr. Jensen. Tragic, yes.
Wait, didn't I
Unavoidable?
mostly critique him the
No.
first time? I'm gonna try to do some of the
Even
right
as I
options.
listen to your words, I realize a cruel truth. No one else has the vision to see what I've seen, the will to do what I have done. You're all too weak, judging but never acting. None of you have
You're
the
right, his
moral
dialogue seems
courage to
somewhat
see this
random.
through to
Like,
its
even if I
conclusion.
pick the same option, he says something
Well.
different in response.
So be it.
Right. I think he'll at least start out saying something different, but he'll reach the same conclusion eventually. Sounds like they just
None of it
recorded
matters,
a lot
because
of
this is
different
what will
lines
happen
for their
now.
voice actors.
After today,
Which is kinda
whatever you
neat.
say will be dismissed as the ravings of a mass murderer.
I think they're trying to
You were one
do
of the
the
greatest minds of our
equivalent
time,
of random
and tomorrow
AI
you'll
in
be
boss
nothing but a
fights.
killer.
Because
But
you
But
know
they
the
can't
boss
think
will
that. They'll be
is
missing
fairly
the point.
predictable, but you still don't know
it was my genius
which
that
direction
created the
he'll run,
technology.
for instance.
My vision that seduced Zarif and Zhao and all the others who now
I don't
feed
know
off of
if
it.
I'm making myself
They seek
clear.
to stand on the shoulders of my research without comprehending the danger that people like you pose to mankind. I am the only one with the perspective, the insight, to know what is needed.
People like me? People like me? You're not interested in saving humanity, Darrow, no matter how loud you shout it. This is about jealousy, pure and simple. Everything you're doing today is in service to your wounded ego. Because you can't stand anyone leaving you behind.
And who better to know ego and jealousy than you, eh, Mr. Jensen? You and I, we're two sides of the same coin. I could have been you if it weren't for this damp blood in my veins. But I was cheated by my own DNA, cursed to become a cripple. And I am not the only one. As long as this technology exists, mankind will continue to divide. Help me make us all equal again.
Okay, yeah,
You
I'm gonna end
cover
it
it
on a
up
critique.
with all that pretense about saving the world, try to justify it. But deep down inside, you're nothing more than an angry child, spiteful, full of hate, envious and bitter. How petty is that?
Petty? I was betrayed by my own genetics, ruined by my own flesh. What right do you have to condemn me, to curse me? All I ever wanted was to build something good, something magnificent. And now, there's so much blood. So much blood. I will give
He
you
still
what you
gives
want,
me
Mr.
what
Jensen.
I want.
Codes to shut down
can't fail
Panchea's
this.
security system.
What
You'll still
difficulty
be
are
in
you
danger.
playing on?
Much of the system
Hardest.
is self-determining and lethal.
What the fuck?
When you see it,
It might
maybe
just
then
be
you'll
entirely
understand.
random.
The technology
I
I
don't
created
think it's
will
random.
not
I
be
think
the future anyone
I ended
else
it by
desires.
calling
Yeah.
him petty and spiteful and jealous,
Help the world understand.
and he still gives me the
No, no.
codes.
No, that's what I did for the last one too. Damn it! I'm trying to think what